Hi guys, welcome. Thanks for joining me. Today we're at Circuit de Catalunya for round 2 of the FSR Pro Championship. As you can see I'm in P15, so qualifying wasn't great. If you want to see how it happened, check out my other video with the qualifying lap. And if you don't want to miss anything at all, well, be sure to subscribe on my YouTube channel and on my Instagram account. You can follow me. Do that to become part of my pit crew, and I would love to hear your feedback on my racing, on my strategies, on my videos. So be sure to do that. Speaking of journeys, I think we've got quite a journey ahead of us. Because we're starting P15. It's even worse than last race, but then we had a good recovery. So let's see what we can do now. Further issues for this race. I don't have an engineer who was very helpful last race, but we're gonna have to do without. Not sure about my strategy. 1 stop, 2 stops. For now, it's lights on, and away we go. Okay. No sliding, so that's good. Using some boost to not lose positions. Someone comes around the inside and there's contact into turn 1. But they seem to make it. I've got Wesley Book out on the outside now, turning to the inside. We give each other enough space. Yep, okay, so all good. Oh, as that's 2 people running wide, that's Fletcher and Kevin Morville. And okay, I think we can take Fletcher here. Again, using a bit of boost. So I'm around the outside, but able to carry the speed and then a bit more boost, and we're up into P13, so okay, that's a decent opening. At least the car is in one piece, which, for my World Championship race at this track, I couldn't quite say the same. But car's in one piece, all good. We gained 2 positions. There's some fighting behind me. So we now move to lap 3, and I see 2 guys in front of me, so that's George Chatsipantelis and Ardan Ercan. And I know George, he's a very hard fighter, and you saw him take a look into turn 1, but decided to... Oh, here he goes again, on the inside. Okay, so they give each other the space. No, they don't. Oh, on the grass. Oh, good, but now it's Ercan on the inside. Pushing George wide. Oh. Okay, so no incidents, and we're able to take advantage. So up into P12, but now the issue is I've got George, the very aggressive driver, behind me, and I'll be honest, I'm not too comfortable with that idea. So again, using some boost, my DRS, just to stick close to Ercan and try and make sure that George doesn't have a chance to send one down the inside. We were able to do that successfully so far, but you can see there's a bit of a gap between Ercan and the guy in front of him. So we're gonna have to push a little bit to close down that gap, but that will, cost us a bit of tires, cost us a bit of hybrid boost, which we'll need at the end of the race. So it's very much a balancing act. We want to move forward, but also not waste what we have and we might need at the end of the race. So that's an issue for George. Oh, he went too wide, touched the grass, and nothing he could do at that point. So he's in last now, so that's race over. As we now get an overview of what is actually a huge group, P6 down to P12, and then, down to P16 actually being really close. On to lap 9, and we're still in P12. But we're gonna see some moves here, as Ercan is now behind Nietzsche. And look, he's gonna make a move and he's gonna get past here. No, he doesn't. Oh, Nietzsche sticks it in there. Runs him wide, but there's a bit of room there. Just about. We gain some momentum on Ercan, so I decide not to go for it. It's a long race. Want to keep my nose clear. And that's the moment for Nietzsche. Into the grass, and Ercan takes advantage. Around the outside. Will he be given the space? Yes, he does, and a bit of boost and he makes it past. Alright, so Ercan is now passed, but Yeah, the three of us lost a lot of time with this fighting compared to the guys in front, so that's not ideal. End of lap 11, and yeah, it's time for me to now make a move. Nicho has DRS, so I couldn't quite make it past. Waste a bit of boost here, so that's not ideal. We'll need that later on, but I also need to make it past. Look, you can see all these different lines here. I was kind of taking a different line here, just to save my front left as much as I can, because I'm still thinking about making that one stop work. Yeah, so this time around he's a bit further away from Ercan, so less slipstream, and I'm able to make it past a bit easier now. But it did cost me a bit of time compared to Ercan. As we take a look at the leader, George Salagianis, who's got a massive lead actually. Coming out of turn... that's a disconnect. Oh, what a shame. He's having such a good race, and then I show sort of an overview, but what a shame. He was in a massive lead. He was flying across the track, and to have an internet disconnect ruin your race, that's a massive shame. So a bit later on in the race, lap 22, and yeah, a lot of people have made their pit stop. So those are the guys who are on a 2-stop for sure. You see me, Ercan, Fletcher and Frillick. We are out on a, well, maybe a 1-stop. Could be still a 2-stop. But yeah, the rest has pitted. As Fletcher, yeah, I guess he's used a lot of boost. He's caught up very fast. And he's a bit of a danger man, I feel. So as I now make a move on Ercan, because I saw him coming and I want to get some distance, he decides against it. He has a tank slapper there and went to the gravel, and he survived. That's good steering, but yeah, it cost him a lot of time. We are now in lap 24, and yeah, I put some daylight between me and Ercan. He realizes it and he goes into the pits. So I guess he's on a 2-stopper as well. So let's see which tires he goes on and how fast he will be. Okay, that's a game glitch. And game over. Ugh. Some more issues going on, but yeah, again, what a shame. As now lap 32. I had no idea that this had happened to him, but yeah, it's now time for me to make a pit stop. It's Leonov in front of me. I had pushed quite hard to catch up to him, and my tire wear was a bit better, as there's also two of the leaders. I think it's Ivanov and Lianos who are exiting the pits, and then it's me and Leonov at a bit of a distance behind, making our pit stop. No glitches from me, so I guess that's lucky. As then I move on to the mediums to do 21 laps on these tires. And I'm in P8, and that's Fletcher. I use a bit of boost to make sure I'm ahead of him, because his hard tires are relatively old, and well, quite old actually, and my mediums are very soft. And you can see 1 lap later, well, I've caught up to Barbakov in front. As I make a move, I can see behind, look, there's Freilich behind, so you can see how much faster the fresh tires are. So these are important moves to make. Very important to get past as fast as possible, so I can use the fresh rubber and just push as hard as I can. But not too hard, because, well, I need these tires at the end. So you can see the gap to Leonov was quite big, and at the end of the first stint on old hards, I was able to catch up at quite a fast pace. So I'm hoping to do the same in this second and final stint. But I can't push too hard, because then I'll ruin my tires, as this is Nicho. Yeah, Leonov has gotten past him, so now I need to make the move. Nicho's tires, he's on a 2-stop. His tires by now are quite old. So yeah, he's going quite slow. So I needed to make that move to not lose too much time to Leonov, because, well, yeah, I want to catch him. I'm in P7 now, Leonov is P6, and I think we can get him. Towards the end of the hard stint, I managed my tires better, I guess. I caught up by quite a few seconds. And I'm now, well, less than 2 seconds behind him. So I need to push a bit more to catch him. But if I push it too hard, for this one stop, I'm really on the limit with these mediums. Track temperatures are really high, and so I can't push the tires too hard. I also can't use boost and then save my tires, because I need to boost at the end as well. So I have to save tires, I have to save boost. But if I don't, I won't catch him, and such a management race. So here you see the gaps towards the leaders of the race, and then you see me and Leonov, the guys behind. We're gonna get a bit of an overview throughout the race. So lap 39, you see 3rd position, 4th position. Keep an eye on Pascal, the red car, and the gap towards Leonov and me. So as you can see, I'm still catching up to Leonov, but managing everything I've got to make sure I have what I need at the end. So lap 40, that's Pascal, that's us. Looks like we're closing in. Lap 43, you see Lianos and Sevet, they're quite close together. Pascal's now definitely dropping behind, and look at us, we're catching. Lap 46, and it's Lianos and Sevet having a really good battle there. Pascal dropping further behind, and look at this, we're very close to him. Lap 50, and still a very good battle for P2 going on. And then look at that, Leonov and I have almost caught up to Pascal. I'm right behind Leonov, so that allows me to save a bit of boost, which I'll need if I want to overtake, if I want to make it at the end. But we only have a few laps left, and I was hoping we'll catch Pascal quick enough to just overtake him, and then it was a straight fight between me and Leonov. But with the rate at which we're catching Pascal, well, I'm sort of estimating that on the final lap Leonov will get past Pascal, and then there will be pretty much no corners left for me to overtake. So that's an issue. But then, yeah, if I wait too long, then Leonov will get DRS and I won't be able to overtake him earlier. So I decide, like, in a moment of clarity, I want to get creative, and I overtake him too early, basically, before he gets DRS. So this is a relatively easy overtake. And now I basically have one main straight left to make the overtake on Pascal for P4. Right, so I got rid of Leonov this way. Now I have to make sure that he doesn't come back, because then the fight for P4 is over. And I might end up even in P6. But I know I can do this. So I have to get a really good lap in. I have to get as close as possible. So all the tires that I've saved, all the boost that I've saved, I have to use it now. Catch up as much as I can. And then, this is an important straight, I get DRS. And look, it'll drag me a little bit closer to Pascal. And then on the brakes I gain even more. And now we've got 2 corners left basically, and then there's another DRS zone down the main straight. I need to get these corners right, to get close enough to make a move, because this is basically the final proper overtaking opportunity before the end of the race, because we're heading into the final lap now. It's the final lap, and this is the best opportunity to overtake. So do I have enough boost left? How much does he have? We're side by side, and I make the move. Okay, so that's P4, so that's good. Leonov wasn't able to attack me. I was able to get past Pascal pretty nicely, but there's 1 lap left. My tires are pretty much gone. I have barely any boost left. I'm basically at 0, and the only boost I'm getting is from what I gain under braking, so it's very little. And if he has a lot of boost left, then I'm in trouble. As I hit the bumps, I lose the car, I lose it again, and ooh. Okay, so I saved the car. I almost crashed there. I went a bit wide, hit the bumps, and you can see, oh, that's almost a crash. Oh, and then Pascal almost crashes himself, and Leonov gets past, so it's still a straight fight between me and Leonov, I guess. So this is a DRS straight, this is important, and Leonov is not able to make a move. So we're almost certain to get P4, as we see Ivanov getting a really good P1 finish, and it's Sevet and Lianos behind him for P2 and 3. As we head into the final corner, and as you can see, Leonov, he tries everything, and he almost runs off the track. But he makes it, and we make it in P4. That's the finish, and oh my god, what a race. What a final lap. What a final few laps. As, yeah, these are the final standings, and I'm in P4, which starting P15, holy crap, what a result. I'm really happy about that. And also, if you look at the gap, it's basically 12 seconds. So I guess about, I think it was halfway through the race, I finally got into clear air. I believe the gap was about 15 seconds. So in the second half of the race, I was faster, despite having to use a lot of boost to make all these moves to move forward. So I didn't have a lot left at the end. So I think our race pace was really good. It's all ifs and buts, but maybe if I'd started where my qualifying pace should have put me, probably top 5, I think. We had a good chance at winning, but honestly, this kind of feels like a victory. Because starting almost last, ending P4, that's one of my best recovery races, if not the best recovery races I've ever done. So I'm really happy about that. Compared to last race, my energy management, my tire management was better. I definitely improved there. In terms of race tactics, much better than last race. I was kind of angry at myself, and I did a lot better this time. So I can be happy. Just need to fix my qualifying performance, and let's see what next race brings. We'll be at Montreal 2 weeks time, and I'll see you there.